Hello dear friend, and welcome to On This Day SMR with me, Edward Hertz, where we take a look back through history at events which took place on this day. Today is Thursday the 4th of January 2024, and we have 42 historical events to cover, going all the way back to the year 47 BC. Starting with the most recent event, which took place 6 years ago in 2018, a Henneman-Kronstad train crash. A passenger train operated by Shosholoza Mail collides with a truck on a level crossing at Geneva Station between Henneman and Kronstad, Free State, South Africa. 20 people are killed and 260 injured. 11 years ago, in 2013, a gunman kills 8 people in a house-to-house rampage in Cavite, Philippines. 14 years ago, in 2010, the Burj Khalifa, the current tallest building in the world, officially opens in Dubai. 16 years ago, in 2008, a LET L410 turbolet crashes in the Los Roques archipelago in Venezuela, killing 14 people. 17 years ago, in 2007, the 110th United States Congress convenes, electing Nancy Pelosi as the first female Speaker of the House in US history. 18 years ago, in 2006, Ehud Olmert becomes acting Prime Minister of Israel after the incumbent, Ariel Sharon, suffers a second, apparently more serious, stroke. 20 years ago, in 2004, Spirit, a NASA Mars rover, lands successfully on Mars at 04:35 UTC. In the same year, Mikhail Saakashvili is elected President of Georgia following the November 2003 Rose Revolution. 24 years ago, in the year 2000, a Norwegian passenger train departing from Trondheim collides with a local train coming from Hamar in Aster, Amot. 19 people are killed and 68 injured in the accident. 25 years ago, in 1999, former professional wrestler Jesse Ventura is sworn in as Governor of Minnesota, United States. 26 years ago, in 1998, a massive ice storm hits eastern Canada and the northeastern United States, continuing through January the 10th and causing widespread destruction. 34 years ago, in 1990, in Pakistan's deadliest train accident, an overloaded passenger train collides with an empty freight train, resulting in 307 deaths and 700 injuries. 35 years ago, in 1989, a pair of Libyan MiG-23 floggers are shot down by a pair of US Navy F-14 Tomcats during an air-to-air confrontation. 37 years ago, in 1987, an Amtrak train en route to Boston from Washington, D.C. collides with Conrail engines in Chase, Maryland, United States, killing 16 people. 48 years ago, in 1976, the Ulster Volunteer Force shoots dead 6 Irish Catholic civilians in County Armagh, Northern Ireland. The next day, gunmen would shoot dead 10 Protestant civilians nearby in retaliation. 49 years ago, in 1975, This date overflowed the 12-bit field that had been used in TOPS 10. There were numerous problems and crashes related to this bug, while an alternative format was developed. 52 years ago in 1972, Rose Heilbronn becomes the first female judge to sit at the Old Bailey in London, UK. 65 years ago in 1959, Luna 1 becomes the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the Moon. 66 years ago in 1958, Sputnik 1, the first artificial Earth satellite launched by the Soviet Union in 1957, falls to Earth from orbit. 68 years ago in 1956, the Greek National Radical Union is formed by Konstantinos Karamanlis. 73 years ago in 1951, Chinese and North Korean forces capture Seoul for the second time. 76 years ago in 1948, Burma gains its independence from the United Kingdom, becoming an independent republic. 78 years ago in 1946, the first day of a 3-day disastrous tornado outbreak across the south-central United States leaves 41 people dead and at least 412 others injured. 8 years ago, in 1944, Operation Carpetbagger, involving the dropping of arms and supplies to resistance fighters in Europe, begins. 108 years ago, in 1918, the Finnish Declaration of Independence is recognized by Russia, Sweden, Germany, and France. 112 years ago, in 1912, the Scout Association is incorporated throughout the British Empire by Royal Charter. 115 years ago, in 1909, explorer Ennius Mackintosh of the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition escaped death by fleeing across ice floes. 121 years ago, in 1903, Topsy, an elephant, is electrocuted by the owners of Luna Park, Coney Island. The Edison Film Company records the film electrocuting an elephant of Topsy's death. "128 years ago, in 1896, Utah is admitted as the 45th U.S. state. 139 years ago, in 1885, French troops under General Oscar de Négrier defeat a numerically superior Qing force at New Bop in northern Vietnam. 140 years ago, in 1884, the Fabian Society is founded in London, United Kingdom. 146 years ago, in 1878, Russo-Turkish War, Sofia is liberated from Ottoman rule. 161 years ago, in 1863, the new Apostolic Church, a Christian and Chiliastic church, is established in Hamburg, Germany. 170 years ago, in 1854, the McDonnell Islands are discovered by Captain William MacDonald aboard the Samarang. 171 years ago, in 1853, after having been kidnapped and sold into slavery in the American South, Solomon Northup regains his freedom. His memoir, 12 Years a Slave, later becomes a national bestseller. 226 years ago, in 1798, Constantine Hangerli arrives in Bucharest, Wallachia, as its new prince, invested by the Ottoman Empire. 262 years ago, in 1792, Great Britain declares war on Spain, which meant the entry of Spain into the 7 Years' War. 307 years ago, in 1717, the Netherlands, Great Britain, and France signed the Triple Alliance. 375 years ago, in 1649, the Rump Parliament votes to put Charles I on trial. 382 years ago, in 1642, King Charles I, accompanied by 400 soldiers, attempts to arrest 5 members of Parliament for treason, only to discover the men had been tipped off and fled. 1153 years ago, in 871, Ethelred of Wessex and his brother Alfred are defeated by a Danish invasion army. 2070 years ago, in 47 BC, Julius Caesar fights Titus Labienus in the Battle of Ruspina. Okay, so that is all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel for future videos. Thank you again. I will see you next time.